Hi, I'm Real Generic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 6, Volume 9. You don't know how many times I've had to repeat that in the last few seconds. My brain just gone completely blank. I couldn't remember what volume it was, couldn't remember the season, all kinds of stuff. I might put some bloopers at the end if you like. Anyway, so this week we have two tips, because one's relatively short and the other one's sort of short. It's sort of, well, you'll see. So these are both, I believe, from my friend Sionin, who's about to launch his own YouTube channel in the not too distant future, which will be quite interesting, because he likes 8-bit machines and he likes GameCube. He's a big GameCube fan. So I've already taken this one out of the box, but we have here Game Designer on one side, which I thought was quite interesting, and we've got the Eskimo, which I don't think I've ever actually played, to be honest with you. Not very politically correct nowadays. I like this, by the way. Somebody's jammed something in the top of it to get it to stay. Probably a bit of packet of Rolos or something similar. Or it could be a packet of cigarettes, actually. It's got that kind of that sort of feel about the sort of shape of it. It could actually be cigarettes. What is it? Ooh, a bit of a sniff there, and that could possibly be in a fag packet in the top of there, to be honest with you. A good old cigarette packet. And that's the case that goes with it. It's just got the instructions to Eddie the Eskimo. It was quite useful, actually. QA, NM, and Shift IM, so that's cool. I've not played Eddie the Eskimo before. I believe it's an Ocean game. It's got a nice cover, if I remember rightly, as well. So, anyway. And then we've got this next one from Sai, which has got Slow Spec Mate, Autoclone, Master Mariner, and Mutant Monty, a game I've always wanted to try, actually, but don't actually own. So it's got Mutant Monty, apparently, Curse of the Seven Faces, Master Mariner, and a few other things on here. So we'll give them a try. We got it there. Look, there we go. And that's a 30-minute one, so it's going to be pretty quick, that one, I suspect, to run through. So hopefully they'll all work and we can actually get it working. So that's cool. So without messing around too much further, I've got to show you a couple of other things as well, though, before we get onto this. Last week I had some issues with this thing, which is the tape to thing converter, because it's stereo, and my tape recorder that I was using is a mono one. So my lovely little sensor, my dirty yellow cigarette coloured sensor that I picked up a while ago, look how dirty it is, yeah, has only basically a mono jack there. So I needed some way to get, he says, that to work with that socket on the other one. So I went on, had a little look on Amazon, and I got one of these, which basically is a mono jack to a stereo jack. So I'm going to plug that into my device if we need it this session. So that's quite cool, actually. So that basically comes out with stereo out of that. I know it doesn't play back stereo inside the Spectrum, but that doesn't matter, because of the way the head reads it. It'll read both tracks together as just one mono signal. So that's kind of cool. So we're going to give that a try, possibly, if some of these don't work. But anyway, without further ado, I think we'll start with this one. See you in a sec. Right, the tape is in the drive. I've got coffee, which is always good. I've got coffee, so we're ready to go. So let's go with the obvious. It was on side B to begin with, so that's the Game Designer. So we'll give that a whirl first. It sounds like a game thing I should know. There wasn't the one called Hug or something like that. Hug, HURG, something like that. I'm sure there was. Anyway, it's on that side, so we're going to give it a go. GH, Game Designer, so we can just design the latest Call of Duty or something like that. Software Studios Game Designer. Cool. These were kind of a bit hit and miss, weren't they, really? I mean, the current modern day solution provided by, what's his name? Jonathan Caldwell, the gentleman responsible for Egghead and a number of other things. His solution's pretty good. It's the Advanced Game Designer, AGD. You get a lot of modern day homebrews that are created with that, because it's a more simplistic thing with a lot of flexibility, which loads into the Spectrum memory, or a lot of people load it into something like, I hear this one called ZX Spin. I've never used it personally. I've used Fuse as my emulator if I ever needed to use an emulator. Not that I emulate much on the Spectrum, but sometimes I do. But yeah, that particular system, which is free to download actually, and is
multi-systems it covers now as well. It actually covers the Amstrad, and it covers, I think, the MSX, and it covers Commodore, I think. I might be wrong. You can put it in the comments below. But anyway, here's little product. It's labour of love. Realistically, it's quite good for creating quick games nowadays. I think. Well, quicker games. I mean, you still got to design the graphics. You still got to do all the bits and pieces with it. I think that's a really nice idea, though, isn't it? Because it still allows it nice and open. Apart from those people, obviously, code theirs with machine code and all the other bits and pieces and routines that they do. But. Sorry, I was hovering around the coffee there, waiting to stop talking for a moment, just to actually take a little sip. So I've got it in my Marvel mug today. I've got the Hulk looking at me, Spider-Man, Iron Man, and who else have we got there? Yeah, it's just the three of them. It's just the three of them staring at me, looking at me. The Hulk looks very angry because he's a very angry man in his green. But he's sitting there looking at me. Right, okay, I'm excited about this one. I don't know. As I say, tried a few. Do you remember Quill? That turned up quite a lot as well, didn't it? That was the text adventure creator. That turned up a lot. You saw a lot of games that were created with Quill as that's the main thing. The one that I looked at this morning, funnily enough, I was looking through some various games specifically for the Amstrad CPC, and the one that turned up this morning was Subsunk, and it was said there as part of the title series it was created with Quill. I was like, oh right, okay. Subsunk was a white label. Good start. A white label game from that was kind of turned up. Oh, I don't remember when it turned up actually. Subsunk was basically the white label ones. You know, where they had the picture, the screenshot of the actual game on the front cover, and it was like whitey silver as whatever else. I've actually got a complete collection of those for the Spectrum. I must show them off at some point to you all. So we're going to have a try with this tape thing that I've just done. So I'm going to put the tape into the other drive. Tape deck. That's the correct terminology. Tape deck. It's going into the Sensei. I've now got my proper mono to stereo output. So I'm going to put that into my earphone. That is inserted into the earphone. I've now got the car adapter for the thing inserted to the thing. What a lot of things going on here to get everything working. So I'm going to press play onto that. I'm going to press play on the designer. That sounds better. Well, I've not got the volume right. It's a bit loud for it. Let's rewind it. Try it again. I did have it turned up quite loud. I don't know why it was turned up so loud, to be honest with you, but it was turned up quite loud. Here we go. Was that too low now? No, there we are. There we are. It was too low. It was too low. Try it again. Messing around here with it. Yeah, I think I had the volume too high there. It's a very basic machine. This, it doesn't have a tone or anything like that. So it doesn't have any of those exciting bits and pieces. This was one of these tapes that had been left kind of halfway through, and I've rewound it. I do think that when you leave them halfway rewound, I think that the tape itself is almost a magnet for dust and nasties. I think I may be wrong, but it just seems because it's more like a film, isn't it, than the plasticated sort of beginning to the tape. I just feel like it's a bit of more of a magnet for sort of nasty bits and pieces, something that will stick to it and it'll stay there, and possibly even, you know, that when it's been in that loft and it's got that mould on it, the loft mould. I was looking at something the other day. I was looking at I got a 48K Spectrum Plus one just before we all had to stay at home for a while and play on our game collections, because, you know, that was clearly needed. We needed to spend some more time with our games collections. But I got this 48K Spectrum, and I was looking at some of the games that came with it, because there's a couple of them there. Some nice big boxes, some beautiful modern day ones that I was quite surprised by. So anyway, I got these big boxes and I was looking at them, and there was one there. It's Marsport, which is not one I've played before actually. I really should. Anyway, beautiful box, beautiful whatever else is. And I had a little look at it and looked at the manual and whatever else. It's got that spotting, it's called. It's when something's been left and it's sort of damp and there's a mould kind of grows, spores grow on it slightly, and it kind of creates these sort of spots of whatever else is. You see it sometimes in very old books that have been not preserved in the best and the driest of environments, and you get this gentle sort of mould that goes through it. It's called spotting. It's nasty, really, but I noticed that it had some spotting in it, so it tells me that the Spectrum's been sitting in an attic for a while. To be fair, I need to power it up. I haven't done that yet. It was more a case of that I was trying to complete my Spectrum collection. I only need now, from my point of view, ZX Spectrum Next is a new Spectrum, so I'd love one, but not right now. I want to add to my collection. I want to add a +3, and then I feel like I've got the whole gamut of the whole things, because I fancy a +3. I think a +3 would be quite good fun actually. I think that would be a nice addition to sort of finish it all off. I don't know whether I'd go tech it though. I might just check that it works and then sort of leave it at that, because I put a GoTech into my Amstrad 6128, which is the one with the floppy drive, the 3-inch floppy drive, and I put a GoTech into that. It was a great choice because I'm not really collecting for the Amstrad. I've got a few games, a few ones that I've gone, yeah, I like those, love those are good games, but I'm not really collecting for the Amstrad CPC. I've got some ones that I've kept that are really good, kept ones that It's like it doesn't finish there. Let me try this again, see if there's anything low dit there. We'll give it that little low dit. There's a little bit there, it's like it gets to that point, it crashes out. There was like a little bit of a rumble. Oh. Hang on, rewind. I don't think it's necessarily the... It might be something recorded over this, because remember we did have the cigarette that cover had been inserted into the back of it. Because there's a point here, it just kind of goes. Cluck. There's a real sort of there. Bloop. It's weird, and then we got a little bit something else after this, and that's loading. No, it's like the end of it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna look up Game Designer right now. Then we're gonna look up Game Designer on PlayZX, and we'll see whether or not we've got to take that mono thing off. Just gonna get my phone. Hang on, just getting it. There we go, got it. Right, okay. We're gonna look it up on PlayZX, and we'll see whether or not it's actually on there. So let's have a look. Quickly have a whiz through here and see if I can find out on PlayZX. That's one that we can have a little look at. Let's search for that one. So it was called Game Designer, wasn't it? That was all it was called. Game Designer. No, it's not really a game in its own right. Okay, we'll leave that to the end. We'll see whether or not we may give that another try. But at the moment we're going to go back to the tape and we're going to flip it over and play the game with the name that's not so PC nowadays. The game with the gentleman called Eddie Eskimo, which nowadays you have to is Inuit. Because it's quite derogatory apparently. I hadn't realised that until children went to school. And children went to school, and you weren't allowed to say that anymore. They don't say it anymore. So I don't know. I don't understand the. I guess it was the name that was given to the people that they ran into when they first ran into them, and wasn't the right name. So it's Eddie the Inuit now, or Eddie Inuit Eddie. That's the technical terminology. I've not played this one before. I don't even know if I've got it actually. I'm just looking up at my shelf. It's an ocean game from what I remember. It has a picture of Eddie flying around on the front of it. Oh, I have got it. Hang on. Oh no, I'm wrong. What's on the front cover? I always thought there was kind of a picture of him sort of flying around on the front cover. It's got Eddie. It's got Percy the Penguin, Growler, and Snowbug on the front. It's like four inlays of various people with the word ocean at the bottom and obviously 48k spectrum. Just a bit like the screen that's loading, which is really cool. Yeah, Growler, Percy Penguin, Snowbug and Eddie. Excellent. And the aim of the game is... Let's have a little look at the instructions while we've got it. We might as well. All rights reserved. Playing. You play... You must rescue Percy from the clutches of Growler, the polar bear. Eddie must follow Eddie around the screen with skill to survive the Arctic battle. Percy must defend himself against the deadly snow bugs by plushing ice blocks. Is there a game called... What was the game I was thinking of? Was there a game called... Oh, it was one of the... Oh, no, I've forgotten its name. It was basically a game where you push them around with you push the ice blocks around and crush the snow bugs. So the snow bugs are like the bad guys, really. And you kind of move around and you push them, and then you kind of yeah. I know it's not a very good description, but it was a game called Pogo. No, maybe not. Pogo Penguin I was thinking of. It's maybe not that. There was definitely a PC game. I remember getting it free when I subscribed to PC format back in the 90s. You know, the days when we used to get shareware and various sort of occasional full games on the front of the covers. It was where I played. And I'm gonna put this video up today if it isn't already up. Titus the Fox. That's where I played the demo for Titus the Fox on DOS, and it was really good. I really enjoyed that. Oops. What's happened? Have we crashed again? This tape was left halfway through and we're getting halfway and it's doing this. We're having halfway issues with this at the moment. That's not very good, is it? Right, I'm going to rewind it. I don't think there's going to be anything other than Eddie on this one. So let's pop that one out. We'll put this tape to one side and we'll carefully drop it. There we go. Drop it carefully on the floor. Let's get the official tape out. We might as well go for it. I don't think I've ever loaded this. It's probably just as bad as the other one. Oh no, it's partially rewound. That's another one that's... never tried. Let's give it a go. This is not a very good start, you know. You've been sitting here for a while and we've not seen anything yet. Not a single Spectrum game is loaded. Let's give it loaded dip. Let's go for it. Come on then, Eddie. Let's get on here. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Just realised that the cover's a little bit dented as well, actually. The inlay is a little bit smushed. I like to play them though. I mean, this is the thing. I always think of myself as a game player first, and then a collector second. However, I do like a good collection of things. That was a good start. It didn't even appear there. I could hear the sound and it wasn't even appearing. That wasn't very good at all. Yeah, no, I do like to think of myself as a gamer first and collector second, and it's all about, you know, I like the things that I specifically when it comes to collecting large things, you know, or large collections. That's not very good at all, Eddie. Let's flip you over and do a quick rewind on there. Yeah, I like to. I mean, I've Spectrum collections, yes. Master System, I'm trying to complete the whole thing there. It's going to get a bit costly towards the end, but I think it's doable because it's a cheap enough thing to collect for. To be honest with you, I've got into a little bit recently, back into the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Xbox Original. I love the way we have to call it the Xbox Original because they're all called Xbox. You know, there's not like number after them. Like Xbox, if you search for them as well, it's annoying when you're searching for things for sale for it. Xbox, and then you have to put the word original. Just so weird, isn't it, that you have to do that? But yeah, I mean, I like collecting my Spectrum stuff. I like my Master System. Big into the DS, and the 3DS has really come along recently. I've been really quite into the 3DS. It's been quite a sort of a ride with the 3DS. That's a good start. So Eddie's not working off there. Let's try this in. No, let's just go straight to let's go straight to PlayZX, and then at least we know where we're at, don't we? We can go straight to that. Let's do that. PlayZX. Come on then. Let's get Eddie on here. What a bad start though. We haven't even seen the game design, and we haven't done the other things. But anyway, let's push the play button on here. Let's do. There we go. Done. Play. Right, it's downloading it. There we go. Right, okay, this should be better. Fingers crossed. There it works. Yeah. So, but there's the my collections are kind of quite. I don't know whether they're eclectic or not. Really, they're just a mishmash of things. I like hardware, I think, better than I like collecting games for it. I do like, for instance, I've got my Super Nintendo and my Mega Drive, and both of those I just have other devices basically so I can play the game. Same with my PC Engine, which I showed off recently in a video response. I really like PC Engine, but it's just far too expensive to actually collect for. It's a bit like owning the Neo Geo AES system. That's my dream system. It was my dream system when I first saw it, and I'm sure it was like 91, 92. When I first saw that, and I first saw Last Resort playing on it, I was smitten. But I didn't know how I was going to be able to ever afford one of those. I just couldn't. And as I say, I had that one friend who could afford it, or his dad bought it, and then he played it. But they were so expensive. They used to do almost like a game trading thing. They used to, I think they went to somebody who did arcades, and they literally would trade the cartridges in. I don't think he ever had more than about 2 cartridges at any one time, because he would swap them so frequently back to this sort of place to do it. I mean, I remember, I think he was going to buy one, and it was like 120 quid at the time, which probably is little money now in comparison to the AES system's more sought after things. But the point was that it cost that kind of money to swap one. I mean, and the device itself was what, 290 pounds. And that was just for was it one controller? I think it was one controller. And he didn't have the memory stick that went with it, because there was a memory stick that went to the front of it as well. I mean, those cartridges just phenomenal. Just 2, if I remember rightly, were 2 ridges, weren't they? They weren't just one connector edges inside them. There was 2 of them, one in each side. I mean, it was a phenomenal bit of kit. I mean, and they sold it as a big boy's toy. It wasn't sold as a toy for the masses. It was sold as their age bracket they were looking at was young men. Well, I say young men, late 20s. Up to the mid 30s age bracket is where they were aiming at. These people who had some money in their pocket were prepared to splash out the dosh on this effectively an arcade machine for your house. I mean, the thing was absolutely phenomenal. I have to say, it's still my dream system. What's your dream system? This is a good question, actually. What's your dream system? If you could have it all and literally have the entire collection for it, that would be, for me, the Neo Geo would be the thing. I would get the Neo Geo. This is why I was so chuffed when the Neo Geo Mini came out. I know a lot of people who are Neo Geo fans were like, oh no, the controllers are the wrong way around, and they haven't got micro switches, and it's a bit naff, and the screen. No, if you couldn't afford the Neo Geo AES or a Neo Geo MVS, which we can get, by the way, which is the arcade board converted to consoles. People are doing that. Really tempted by that, because the cartridges are a lot cheaper for a start off. But if you couldn't afford that system in the first place, when that little console came out that had a lovely little screen, which appealed to my 80s child, because I used to have games that were on little screens as a kid, that was brilliant, and although it has some issues because it's an emulator at the end of the day, it's still a fantastic bit of kit, and you can have 2 players on it. You can put it on the screen. Yeah, it's blurry, and it should be absolutely rock solid and perfect and all this rubbish. And I can argue, people can argue that. Yeah. I hear you, but if I didn't have a Neo Geo back in the day, what a nice way to own something that was SNK. What a nice way to own something that was SNK. And I have to admit that for me was one of the major reasons I wanted to own something that was SNK, and that's why I got one. I could probably afford some of the AES stuff now, but not all of it. All right, okay. So I've got to avoid the growlers. All right, so sugar. So I've got to get to Percy. I'm Eddie down the bottom there. I just want to see Eddie's face. Can we see Eddie's face? Oh, look, he's got a nice smile. Oh. Avoid the growler. Avoid the growler. Oh, jeez, that's hard. It's not bad, though. Quite like it. It's those days when you had to listen to the beeper. Somebody was saying in the comments earlier that you had to listen to the beeper. You're right. We do. We have to listen to the beeper. Oh, yeah. I've got the penguin now. I've got to make it back to the other side. Come on, Percy. Let's do it. Oh, Percy, 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 Percy. Percy, 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 Percy. We've got it. Yes. Oh, that's not it. Where's the pushing the ice bit involved in it? It's nothing to do with the game. I thought it was. I actually quite like it, though, because it's very arcadey. I've always loved these sort of single-screened, arcadey kind of action games. There we go. Run out of time, though. How many Percys am I meant to get over the screen? Those ice flow things are just really horrible. I'm going to assume they're ice flows, not jagged clouds of sorts. Ooh. There we go. Done it. All right, I've done it. I don't know how many of these I've got to get, but I'm quite liking that. It's like Frogger, but with Eddie. Oh. That's it. Let's save the Percys. I've run out of time, but I'm really rubbish at it. But I'm saving Percys. I do like it. Why haven't I played this one before? And why is it annoying that I haven't that my version doesn't work now? Yes, we've finished it. First level. This is the bit I was thinking of with the pushing the ice around. So now I'm Percy, and there's the creatures, and we have to squish them those little creatures. Like that. There's one squished. Ooh, squish him. That's it, you got to stand still though when you're squishing. That's naff. Oh no! I've got. Oh, it's cool! Let's go again. I really like that. We'll have another go. So we've got to save Percy a few times, and then once we've saved Percy, he gets to do his ice floor killing thing. Or his ice block killing thing of the little bugs. I'm guessing we loop around again afterwards. I don't know why I've got a finger on the symbol shift key. I don't need it for this bit. Ah! Ice floor! It's got me again. Now I can't play. We'll go for it. Concentrate for a bit here. This would make a good challenge game. I could see this being quite a good challenge game. You know, if you're going to do a challenge on a game, this is quite a good challenge game. I think it's got all the hallmarks of being a good challenge game because there's high score. There's the levels aren't this first level isn't, except I'm rubbish at it, isn't particularly difficult, but there's a challenge there. And then, yeah, I quite like this. Quite surprised. Oh. Hi, Percy. Percy Penguin. Oh, look at that. I was just risking my life there. Okay. There we are. Nice one, Percy. Oh, damn. That's my own fault, that. Getting there, though. We need to get 3 Percys, though. I guess that's your lives, isn't it, for the next level? So that's why you have to rescue Percy 3 times. Percy! I can't play now. I'm just rubbish. It was okay before, but I can't play now. I quite like it, though. Yeah, you definitely have to be one end or the other, basically, if you're going to do that. That's kind of cool. I like that one. That's really good. Let's move on, though, to the other tape. We've had nothing loaded on that one. That's definitely... that one's bin fodder, I think. I think that the fact that it's sat for so long is probably a bad factor. Right, carry on. Let's do this next one. So this should be Master Marina. Do you remember that? Marina. What was that in? Marina. Stingray! That was it. She was the mermaid, wasn't she? Did she help him out? I'm getting all my genres mixed up now. I'm thinking Captain Scarlet, and there's nothing to do with Captain Scarlet. Nothing at all to do with Captain Scarlet, apart from the fact that it was one of them puppets, them terrible puppets. Now this could be interesting because these could be copied games. These could be games that have been copied I think, the copy software that's on the other side of the thing. I haven't seen one of those for years. I think I used something called LERM, LEM, LARM, LARM, LERM, 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 SHLERM. Do you remember that? Do you ever see Futurama? There was an episode, I think, called with SHLERM in it, wasn't it? Which came from a gigantic maggot queen's bum. Well, I don't think it was a bum necessarily. I don't know where it was coming from. But anyway, it was coming from a gigantic maggot queen. It wasn't very nice at the end of the day. Master Marina, Atlantis Software Limited. I have this. It has a picture of a lovely boat on the front of it. A sort of with tall sails and all that kind of stuff. Oh, the coffee, good. Gotta eat it. Gotta drink it and eat it. Gotta drink it early. Yes, Master Marina. Now, I'm just having a look behind me. I'll see if I can see it. Hang on. Oh, I can see it. Hang on. It's next to Mafia Contracts or something similar, I think it's called. Yes, it's a big tall ship. That's it, Master Marina. Right. Okay. Let's have a little look. Oh, damn, another tape that's not rewound. I must do something about this. I do need to have a look through my collection. I think the problem is I collected so quickly that I ended up without too much in it. Right, okay. Full instructions for playing Master Marina are shown on the screen. Alright. So, sorry, Master Mariner. Why do I keep saying Marina? Mariner. Sub, like Mariner does the seas. Anyway, mind you, Marina's funnier. We'll go with Mariner, though. Points to remember. Selling prices vary. General cargo is between 1 and 25. Arms are between 50 and 250. Coal is between 300 and 990. Whiskey is between 500 and 4,000. Good God, whiskey's worth a fortune, isn't it? And bullion is worth between 1,000 and 10,000. Your journey between two ports takes 1 week. Running costs and interest charges are calculated weekly. You have been warned. Don't forget about the tax man. Make £1 million and you can retire. That's the entire instruction. So I'm going to something on the back. Brace yourselves. The graphic trading game for the 48K Spectrum. You are proud owner of the Titan Trader. Ooh. Sailing around the coast of Britain, buying and selling goods wherever you dock. Unfortunately, the crew are demanding more wages. The cargo's worth less than he paid for it, and pirates off the port bow. Life's not easy for the Master Mariner. No, it's not. So this is obviously turn of the century kind of thing where they used to sail between ports. I don't think you'd sail around the UK though, would you? Around Britain, possibly. I don't know. There were some big ports once upon a time. Not so many huge ports nowadays. They're more sort of little things, aren't they? That are there. Some were very large once upon a time. Very, very popular sort of things. Master Mariner. Never played it. It's a game I've had. It's one of the old style packaging from Atlantis as well. It's very. It's very. I don't know. It's one of those things. There's a styling, isn't there, to sort of older sort of we call it retro now, but there was certainly a theme or a style to it, and they would have probably paid a decent amount of money, I suspect, for the picture of the tall ship that's there with the lots and lots of sails, and the styling is that of sort of plain sort of powder blue with dark blue sort of inlays and text with Atlantis at the bottom and Master Mariner at the top, and I mean it's very nice. It's not paper. I mean it's well printed, and there's a sort of an aqua blue, a sort of not quite cyan, but an aqua blue on the tape itself. It's quite nice. I mean, it looks okay. It looks fine. In fact, I mean this one I've got in quite a lot of quite nice condition. Andy Morgan. Who am I playing? With whom am I playing? The Demon is in the house. Who can't spell his own name, look. Demon in the house. Hello! Okay. Welcome aboard, Captain. Your vessel is ready for sea. Aha! Let me take this opportunity to wish you and your crew a hearty, safe and fruitful future with Titan Trader. God bless her and all that sails in her. Oh, I missed all the rest of it. Oh, there we go. Alright, here we are. I'm in Southampton. Aha! Pay taxes. I wonder how much my taxes are. Visit the financial company. I've got 7,000. I can get 7,000. I can take 50 units. I've got the bank of 600. Oh, quite like the look of this. So we've got. So the price of those were between. What did they say? Oh, so arms are really cheap here. Coal was 300. Arms are really cheap at that price, if I remember rightly. Whiskey's quite high, so is bullion. So we really want to get some arms. So let us buy. Gonna A for arms. We can afford 12. Do you want to buy 12? We bought 12. That's cool. And I want sale. Let's do sale. Where do we want to go to? So where are we going to be able to sell the most guns? So where would be that we've got Swansea, we've got Liverpool, we've got London, and we've got Newcastle. I think we go to the big smoke. I think we go to London because they're bound to need guns, aren't they? So let's go to London. There we go. Let's just say. Oh, hang on. We're not sailing yet. There we go. Southampton docks. There's a sailing away. That's kind of cool. Not a game I've played before. I kind of like trading games though. I'm a bit I was strangely obsessed with the trading element of it. It's kind of like. I think I mentioned this previously. It's like Elite. Elite was for me was more about trading necessarily. I quite like the oh. Dear Demon, we have to inform you that the insurance for your... Oh god, I missed it. Only zero, the bill is whatever else. Bad luck. Cargo will be sold. Oh my god! So I've already died. I'm a pathetic businessman. Brilliant. So what I've got to do is borrow money before I can start anything. Great. Yes, I wish to have another go. God. I can't believe I died already. I didn't know I was going to have to pay insurance before I died. What's that about? Right, anyway. What was I talking about? I've forgotten what I was talking about, and now I'm completely lost about what I was talking about. Oh, trading games. Yes, that's right. I like trading games. I like things like New Venture was my favourite Spectrum game in the sense of trading, which is basically running the shop thing. But I'm liking the look of this, by the way. That just look quite good. And I do like things like Elite, but I like the trading in it, Elite, and the sort of the kind of going backwards and forwards between places is kind of I think it's just the drifting between things. You know what you're meant to be doing, getting from point A to point B, and occasionally you get into a little fight. I'm going to visit the finance house and borrow some money now. Right, I want to borrow. How much do I wish to borrow? I wish to borrow 5,000. I'm going to borrow 5,000, 5 grand. Right, I can borrow even more, look. Right, I want to buy... what's really cheap now? Nothing. General is cheap. G for general. I'm going to buy... You can afford to buy that, yeah, but I can only fit 50 units in. I can't... 50 units is all I can fit in the ship. Oh, look at them loading! That's cool. Fully loaded, look at that. No units free. Right, I want to sail now. So people want general goods. Let's go to Newcastle for some general goods with them. So we've got to see if we can get any money. So if the taxman comes after us now, we're okay because I've got loads of money in the bank that I've got, so we should be okay. Or the insurance company went past a bit fast for me to read that last one. But yeah, I kind of like that. There was a game, and I've tried. I don't know if I've ever found it again. I think I'm gonna have to look on some of these abandonware things. There was a PC game called Intergalactic Traders, which basically was a case of just clicking on where you wanted to go, and then there was like events along the way. No real interaction, whatever else is. Pirates on the port bow, Captain. Long John Quicksilver and his vicious band of cutthroats are trying to board your vessel or to plunder your cargo, okay? Call your crew, stand by to repel boarders. After a bloodthirsty battle with Long John Quicksilver, your trusty repel the boarders and your vessel is secure. Hooray! Whiskey for everyone. So, we did alright. Went to the right place there. Look at that. The price was good. So let's sell the General G. Let's sell all 50. I think. And I'm going to... I can't repair the thing. So obviously I'll get the Demon Shipping Company. So if I go... I think the one to buy here is coal. Because I think 300 was the max for that. So we need to buy... coal. C. Can afford 15. We will take 15 then. Let's go for it. Right. Oh gosh. I haven't paid taxes yet. Right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna sail anyway. Hopefully, I won't get into trouble. Let's go to London because I think they will want. Coal. Hopefully, I won't get a bill again like last time round. I kind of like this. This is a nice sort of... I like the transition that somebody's gone to here with it. I do think it's basic, but in the sense of it's written in basic. But I do like the transitions. I do like the whole thing. It's and it works quite well. I could see me getting quite into this one and playing it for quite a long time. Oh, but more Klingons on the starboard bow. Oh, here's Quick John Silver again, his cutback band. They really don't like me, do they? They're coming to get me again. Call them out, stand by to repel the boarders. We secure... We repel the boarders. It's secure again. Yes! Okay. How much is coal worth? Oh, coal is the one to sell. But I owe a lot more money. Look at that. Is that how much? No, it's how much the finance company will loan me. I need to sail back to wherever I came from and start paying a bit of that off. So let's do 2 to sell. What do we have? Coal, wasn't it? Coal. Let's sell 15. Are we making some money? Oh, to 8 grand! We're making some decent money here now. What's cheap here? Nothing. Arms, maybe? Yeah, I think it's arms. Let's buy some arms. So let's buy arms. So it's good I read the manual there because I wouldn't know what the ranges were otherwise. So you wouldn't know what they would go up to and down from. So it's kind of it almost would be nice to see, you know, the plus and minuses or something similar from the previous place you've gone to. So like an up and a down arrow, maybe saying this was better than that one's worse. I do like that though. Right, okay, I want to sail 3. And I want to go to Southampton because that was where I got my finance from, and I'm going to pay them back some money because we've got things. It's so nice to see the boat kind of leaving the docks. It's kind of cool. We've got Mutant Monty next, hopefully. Mutant Monty 2. I'm quite looking forward to that. I say it's a game. I think I've played it on the Vega. I think it featured on the Vega. It's a game I don't have in my collection, but I think it's a game that features on the Vega. And that brings back to an interesting thing. I'm almost finished with it. What's this? There is some vessel adrift of the starboard bow. Do you want to take her in tow and claim the salvage? Oh, hell yeah. Okay? You arrive at Southampton. You claim the salvage for being created. Oh my God! I've been awarded loads of money. I'm rich beyond my wildest dreams. Let us pay back the loan, and we are good to go. How much what did I get? Arms. They're worth less here. That's a shame. So let's pay back the loan though. Let's go to the finance company. Hey, R to repay. How much do I want to repay? I owe them 5,000, don't I? Oh my god, that's actually how much I owe them, the financial company. How do I owe them that much? I didn't borrow 10,000, did I? Is that the interest on it? My goodness. If that's the interest on it, we're in serious trouble. Right, I'm going to sail again now. So paid some tax? 2,000. How much do I wish to pay off? I'll pay off the lot. Your tax is paid up to date. Hooray! I still owe the finance company a load of money though. Let's buy some cheap stuff. There's some more arms there. Let's get some more arms. A for arms. Let's buy another 8 and then we're good to go. And then we can go sail. Sorry, I'm getting really into this. Let's go to Liverpool with those things and see if they're worth some more money there. We'll have a little whirl to Liverpool. This is really cool. I recommend this one. That's pretty common actually. It's called Master Mariner, and it's from Atlantis. It's really quite common. You won't. It's a 50p game, if that. And it's a cracker. I've really quite enjoyed that this thus far. Oh, wages to be paid immediately. That's cool. We can afford those. Thank you, Captain. No, thank you. How much are the arms worth? Yes, sell the arms. 2. It's a shame we only get 50 units, so I'd like to build my ship up a bit more. Reminds me of Pirates of old. Do you remember the Sid Meier game? Sid Meier game, Pirates. You don't have that many, but I was writing the price of it there, idiot. 50. Sid Meier game. I really liked the Sid Meier game. It was a really good game. I used to like I had it in CGA, so it was like the original sort of pink. Sorry, yeah, the magenta, cyan, black, and white. Those were the colours that were in it. 4 colours on the PC. Fantastic. I was a massive fan of it. God, the debt goes up so fast with that other company. It really does. It just shoots up. General goods are worth a thing. I'm going to have to... bullion. Bullion. Buy. We're going to buy some bullion. And then we're going to take it to that... Take it to London, because they were worth a fortune in London. So let's get 3. There's the bullion getting put on. Hey! Liverpool docks. That's so cool! Sail. Andy Morgan, what a cracking game you've created here. Got me totally... It wasn't. It was Southampton, where we originally came from. Southampton. Southampton. I put the true video on there for some reason. I don't know why. Let's hope there's no taxes and insurance, because that insurance nailed me last time round. Here we go. I can't believe I'm so addicted to this. This totally got me, this one. I just want to see if I can sell that bullion there. We're going to see if we can get some decent money for the bullion. I'm hoping that I can pay off with the bullion thing. The finance. God, you can't borrow much money, can you? Honest Jack's Weapons Store. Honest Jack has a special offer for you. A reconditioned ex-Navy solid bronze cannon if you can complete with a ramrod and a dozen cannonballs. We're offering this week. Giveaway price. Would you like to buy one? Yes, I want a cannon. Give me a cannon now. Wise decision, sir. Thank you for a custom. Call again. Do you know what? It doesn't have to remind me of New Venture. It really does. Oh, you're 18,000. Oh my gosh. Let's sell. Sell quickly. Sell. B for bullion. Oh, it's less, is it? It's less. 0. I don't want to sell it. It's not worth that much. Oh my goodness, let's sail. Go to London quickly. I think I'm on my way to making a massive mistake. See, I put all my eggs in one basket there. Got my bullion, and I've put my eggs in one basket with that. Oh my goodness, I can't. How addictive is this? It's a brilliant game. Excellent. This one, as I say, from my friend Si. It's and he's planning to build a channel shortly. With looking at 8-bit micros and his love for the GameCube. So thank you. You're heading into thick mist. Oh look, I can't carry on because you guys want to see some other stuff. Let me press this brake key so we can break into it. Naughty, naughty! When you press the brake key, yes. Oh, and it crashes the whole game out. What a brilliant thing! I love it. Well done. Excellent. He thought I was trying to get into the game and he pressed the naughty, naughty button. I wonder if you write the word quit. I have a feeling it's probably a way to break out the program from there. I suspect, right at the beginning. Anyway, let's go for the next game. God, that was so good. That was so much fun. And I made you watch it. Apologies. It was good though. I was enjoying that. As though there seemed to be like a lot of diversity in the various random events that were there. I kind of like that kind of stuff. It really kind of good. I like it. Right, this Mutant Monty 2, Tomb of somebody or other. It said it on the cover. Where's the cover? Here we go. Tomb of... The Temple of Doom, should I say. The Temple of Doom. Cool. Okay, we're going to go for it. The Curses of 7 Faces. Yes. That's so cool. I'm so delighted with that game. That's getting another play. That really is. I'm going to spend some hours on that. I should record it and then you can all watch it again because you'll love that, won't you? So, anybody go over to Jay's channel? Did you go over and have a little look at Jay's channel? Jay thanked me for people coming over, but he's doing one now on pop stars, 80s and so, well, I guess just any pop star with a game. And he did Sabrina. What's she called? Sabrina or something or other. Anyway, but he did Sabrina. She did the song that was it Boys, 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 looking for a good time, Boys, Boys, Boys. You know that song. So she did that one. I think it was basically her only well, it was a hit, wasn't it? Because it got, well, it was, I think Jay said in this thing that she got to the 3rd in the UK charts. So she was an Italian lady, glamour model, and a few other things that she did. So it's worth going over. It was hilarious. Loved it. It was a brilliant episode. The game I've went and looked for. I can't get it. I can't find Sabrina for the game. It's just not out there. I've looked on Spanish eBay and everything. It's just not there. It doesn't exist anymore. Well, if it does, somebody's got it. It's probably very rare, to be honest with you. Late in the day as well. Features sort of psychopathic, I don't know, creatures and whatever else. You've got to go have a look anyway. I'm going to put a link in the description below, so if you haven't been over there and had a look, go on over there, have a little look, and see what Jay found out. It's quite funny, really, and it's a lot of fun actually. I think he did the MSX and the Amstrad and the Spectrum version. Spectrum obviously being far superior, as we all know. Far superior. No, that's not true, because I actually I need some Commodore games to try. I need my lovely Commodore. I don't like the word subscribers. Forget the word subscribers. My nice Commodore friends to let me know some games that I ought to be trying, because I've done some Amstrad ones today. I've had a busy day actually. I've had a busy day. I've recorded. How many videos of the day is this? This is 7. It's all right. Don't worry about the family. They've been locked in a room. You know, you've seen. They must have seen the things. You know, working from home where they're tied up with little with a bit of tape over the mouths. No, it's fine. They're absolutely fine. But oh no, that's me saying that. Don't do that, Mutant Monty. Mutant Monty. Right, let's go. Let's put the thing in the drive. Let's do that. Because this was another tape that was like halfway through, and so I'm gonna just bypassed the problem. It's an Arctic game, so that makes it a budget title. This one, didn't know that. I thought it was a full price one. So Mutant Monty. Mutant Monty. Well, I'll put Monty in, see if I can find it, because I can't. It's not coming up over under. Ooh. No Mutant Monty on here. Monty is innocent. Do you think it was it? Do you think he was called? Maybe I was spelling it wrong. Mutant. I must be spelling it wrong. Mutant Monty. Ah, there we go. Mutant Monty and the Temple of Doom. Wow! Unbelievable. That looks cool. Right, okay. Or it's also called Harry Hare's Lair. And Harry Hare's Lair. So there must have been, was there another game with it? Does anybody else remember this? Was there another game that was included with Mutant Monty? It says, and Harry Hare's Lair. I don't know what Harry Hare's Lair is. This could be Harry Hare's Lair. Or find out what Harry Hare's Lair is. We might as well while we're here. Can't fast forward with this program. This is a real problem. I remember this was what Dave Birdsall, when I was discussing this the other day. That was one of our bugbears with PlayZX. Fantastic bit of kit. Excellent. Does what it's meant to do. But you can't sort of fast forward through the tape. You can pause, you can't rewind, and you can't fast forward through. You've got to put up with what, pause and stop is basically the options, and then plays right back from the beginning. It'd be lovely if there was a functionality for this, but I mean, as a free app that somebody's created, probably as a labour of love for their own loading of Spectrum software, it's very good. It's very nice indeed. It's nice that they've done that. I wonder if this game came with it. Did it come with it, Mutant Monty? Did this Harry Hare's Lair come with it? I'm going to have to pause it though when it gets. We're going to have to be very careful and watch it here and pause it the moment this loads, because that'll be where Mutant Monty begins. N. White, 1985, Harry Hare's Lair. I'm guessing with a bunny rabbit, and we have to, unless with the dude that's with the sort of, what's he holding? Looks like a briefcase on the stick. Or is it? I don't know. I was gonna say like a hoe or something like that, but it doesn't look like a hoe. I'm squinting at it now, and I can't work out what he's got. He's saying no to the rabbit. Pause! Quick! Oh, got it. Oh no, it's alright. I thought that was it. QA, OP, any key from the bottom to disappear. We must disappear. I wish the screen wouldn't keep locking on this though. Touching the screen to make sure it doesn't go off. Right, okay. Disappear. Harry Hare's Lair. Never expected to have to play another game just to get at the first game. Mutant Monty and the Temple of Doom. Obviously a reference to Indiana Jones. There's lots of Temples of Doom. There's Caves of Doom as well. I always thought I quite liked Caves of Doom, and I haven't played it in a long time, and I do fancy playing it again. That has its built-in editor, remember that? One of the major things about it. I'm sure we just re-edited the levels so we could just walk through them really easily. It was a pretty tough game. We used to like those though. I used to like putting in random sort of codes into Kickstart 2. And another game that is very, very common indeed. Kickstart 2 is a fantastic game. Kind of copied by, well, maybe they copied it themselves, I don't know. But basically, you went up and down on a flat 2D thing, backwards and forwards, very much like your Trials HD nowadays. That everybody kind of raves about. They love this thing on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, and now on the new versions. And they love this Trials thing. You know, in a motorcycle, you can tip backwards and forwards, accelerate backwards and forwards, and you just basically it's a 2D plane, and you can do crazy things. Well, Kickstart is where it kind of came from. That, or certainly that, from my point of view, it is, because that's my first reference to that style of game, and that was really good because you could put in random codes and random numbers which are representative of random levels, and you could create other things. I think you could manually create your own as well, couldn't you? You could create those things, and then you could give the code to your friend, and it would basically regenerate your level. How clever was that? It was really cool. But that's another cheap one. That's a really cheap game, and that kept me entertained for flipping ever back in the day. Absolutely forever. I was on that all the time. Right, okay, so I've paused it, I think. Enter to start. Yes. Any key on the thing? So who am I? The garden. He's planting some seeds, some carrots, so I have to eat the carrots. Nom 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 nom. Gonna plant them. Nice little bit of animation going on there. He's got huge buttocks, though. Have you noticed his large buttocks? Maybe I shouldn't be noticing his large buttocks, but he's got massive buttocks. Right. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. I'm a bunny rabbit. Oh, look, I can just disappear out and go right back to the beginning. That's really annoying. I'm like a big fluffy white bunny. I'm like a home domesticated bunny. That's what I am. Oh, where am I meant to do it? Take it. Get away from me, spider! Spider! Yes! I'm making myself a little pantry full of, what's he called? What was the name of the guy? It was Peter Rabbit and Mr. Guyver? I don't know. What was his name? What was the name of the guy who was the poor old sort of gardener whose things were attacked by the rabbits all the time? I don't think. I can't remember now. That's really annoying. I quite like this actually. It's quite a simple thing. Back to my original thing. That some of the best Spectrum games are just those single screens of I love the worm, by the way. He's got a little hat on. Worm has got a hat on. That's kind of cool. I like this one. I'm quite pleased it made me play it. Quite like this one. I wonder if this is an Arctic game. I'd quite like to get this one. I wonder if it was free with Mutant Monty. Oh, I got a carrot. I got a carrot. There we go. Oh, I like it. I like the idea of disappearing as well. I guess they won't go in there. Shame the carrots go stay sort of red. They could look very orange for carrots though, don't they? Not doing badly though. Level 1 the garden. Run away! I'm a rabbit. That's so cool. I like it. Oh, you horrible man. Am I dead? Aww. Game over. I was enjoying that. I've been killed by the worms, the spiders, the rats, and all the other creatures. That's really quite good. That was quite good fun, wasn't it? Harry Hare's Lair. Never heard of it. We'll be looking that one up for later. That was kind of cool. I like that. It's a bit of a budget title day to day, isn't it? We've got those budget ones. Those ones that didn't hit the big time as such. Mind you, to be fair, the big time in the 80s was what, $9.99, wasn't it? Unless you're talking about something like, what was it, Shadow of the Unicorn or whatever it was. That was an expensive one. So this should be Mutant Monty for the last part of this, which is really good, so we'll get onto that. Mutant Monty. There we go. And the Temple of Doom. But yeah, that was wasn't it? That was the definition, wasn't it? You had your I think the stock price was $1.99, wasn't it? I think that's what it was. You sometimes got the quid games, but $1.99 was your stock game. Then you had your $2.99 with your little bit better premium, more premiums, whatever else is. And then you had your gap. You had your £5 or £6 gap, didn't you? At that point, you had your, depending on where you were at, you had a £5 £6 gap, and then you had the $7.99, the $8.99. The $9.99, and nothing really much over the top of that. I didn't personally. I didn't buy anything that was over that gap. First off, couldn't afford it, and second off, well, you know, sometimes you got some fantastic sort of budget titles. Oh, bless me. Oh, got a bit of a sneeze today. Actually, got a sneeze on. Anyway, but you got that kind of gap, didn't you, that between the two sort of ranges, and that was your budget title. Nowadays, I mean, forgetting the PC market, if you take the console market, your budget, do they do budget titles? I don't think they do. They did for like the PlayStation 1 and 2. There was definitely budget titles there, re-releases that were budget. Platinum titles, they used to be called, weren't they? You used to have the Platinum re-release titles, which is kind of cool. But you don't get that now with PlayStation 4 games. They just come down in price, don't they? Until the point where they're cheaper. But they don't really. But the price range is kind of. It is comparable, by the way. If you work it out for the price that they were, and then you kind of calculate for inflation and all that kind of stuff, a £40 game is still comparable to a £10 game back in the day. Which is fair comment. It just seems a bit harsh, doesn't it? 40 quid's a lot of money, I think, for a game. But if you go to the PC market, it's bizarre because you still have like what I would call budget titles. I mean, I've seen games as cheap as 49p on Steam, and we're not talking about on sale. There are those cheap games, those cheap things that are there, that are around for those kind of things. Yeah, I've just got a cold now, actually. Bit of a summer cold going on, I think. But anyway, so it was a springtime cold, something like that. Anyway, but yeah, you've got those. You don't really. It's bizarre that there isn't that kind of. I know they don't want to sell physical now. That's the thing. I think that's the issue, isn't it? You know, Microsoft and Sony don't really want to sell physical anymore. Whereas those. And that's a surprise, really, because Sony's a Japanese company. You'd have thought they would understand the love of physical media, really. Whereas Nintendo obviously does their own thing like they do. I'm just thinking now. I'm thinking about. There's a number of things that are coming out shortly. I mean, I've discussed these before. I mean, hopefully, one of my friends, Retro48K, who did a nice reply to my video just the other night. If you haven't seen the reply, have a little look. I'll put a link in the description below to his reply to my 10 favourite arcade games. He saw a Japanese thing that says that the PC Engine, the mini ones, are on their way. They're basically on their way now, or they should be shortly. So they're coming. They're going to be coming out of China, which will be interesting to see, actually. So I'm quite looking forward to that. There has been a few. There have been a few reviews from people who have managed to secure them or got the Japanese versions and they arrived and they've been they've gone, oh, there's sound glitches and this, that and the other. Well, some of the sound glitches are intentional in some of the games because they had them in the original game. And if you patch it against it, it's there. There is an audio lag in the milliseconds, in less than milliseconds, I believe, on some things. Really? You know, it's going to go on your telly, it's going to play some of the CD games you didn't have. There's 40 plus games on there. Yes, some are duplications. I think there's 40 in total. There's like 60 on them thing. Some are duplications, but you can play the Japanese and you can play the Turbo FX, the American versions of them. Can't really complain. Not for, I think they're £100 and you get 40 games. I mean, what's the math on that? I mean, I'm just thinking that's pretty cheap for a game. It's £2.50 for a game. Stop whinging. They're not. And to be fair, there's a good selection of shoot 'em ups on there, which the system was really kind of renowned for. Oh look, the Arctic thing's attacking him. Right. Okay. Here I am. Oh yeah, that's right. He's a bit like Manic Miner. That's right. Oh, I seriously need a copy of this. Must have a look for one of these. Gonna wait for a bit though with the eBay. I'm a little bit cautious of that at the moment. I think a lot of people are being cautious about certain things. The other thing is, of course, I have played this before. By the way, this did appear on the Vega. It's good though. Oh, look at that! I'm in another room. Oh, balls! I'm in another room. Well, I'll go in this room. Oh, Mutant Monty, don't get killed. I like the way he doesn't. What's he doing? What am I saying? My arm is sticking out. I've died. I quite like. Oh, hello. It's his little funeral. That's kind of cool. That's so cool. I kind of like the way when he dies, he stays in the same position. That's kind of handy. I guess I'm trying to escape this terrible dungeon of death. It's such a clone of Jet Set Willy and Manic Miner, but I like it. I like the graphics. I think they're really nice. They're nice and bright, aren't they? They're lovely. It's good colourings and it looks the business. Most definitely does. Got a bit of gold. Right, I'm gonna jump this way and I'm gonna no. Okay, well I don't like this room. I can't get past that without doing that. This is going to be tough. There we go. This looks like one of these games that you know that shouldn't have been a budget title. If that makes sense, it's good enough that it should have been a professional sort of full-on release. It certainly does to me. It looks good. Okay. I've got to go that way. And the only way to get past that is that would have been a heck of a run. Ah! Dead. That's kind of cool. I like that one. I like the death scene as well. I think that's kind of cool as well. I really like that. Mutant Monty. I did like that. I like the hair game and I like Mutant Monty. That was kind of cool. I'm impressed by those. Those are good ones. Right, carry on. Let's go forward. I could have seen. Oh, I love that back in the day. I bet I had a crap cover though. That would have been it. Not that I minded crap covers, because I'm quite a crap cover lover, to be honest with you. What a statement to make. A crap cover lover. But I do. I like a bit of a crap cover. There's sometimes some of the best stuff comes in crap covers. Biggest surprises and all that kind of stuff. We were talking about, or I was talking about budget titles, wasn't I, and the fact that they don't really do them. And it just seems a shame. But I mean, you know, PC Engine's coming out. I'm more and more liking the idea of the Evercade. I'm looking forward to that arriving. I'm looking forward to the fact that they're £15 for a batch of between 6 and 40 games, I believe it is, on a cartridge, which is really good value for money. They're all retro games, so they're either from SNES, the NES, the Spectrum, the Mega Drive. They haven't done arcade games because they were worried about the ratio looking on the screen, and it might become up a bit funny. But I think they're being a bit overzealous there. I think we could handle it. If you're buying an Evercade, you're a retro game lover anyway. You're going to understand that the resolutions are going to be, or the way it looks is going to be slightly out. So yeah, I kind of think that they were being a bit overzealous for that. I'm hoping they survive all of the things that are going on at the moment. I've made my pre-order for the premium pack, which includes Namco's games, the Atari 2600 and 7800. I think it's the bonus packs that are in there, plus a couple of other bits and pieces. I thought I'd go the whole hog and go all in on it. And to be fair, I'm really tempted to go all in on and buying the other game cartridge as well, because the cartridge as well, I love that, and it's really they've just pitched it for us retro collectors in the sense of we want to collect. Just the thing is, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know how it's going to feel. I don't know how I'm going to feel about it once I stick it on the HDMI and see what it feels like on there. I think I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. There's been some fairly reasonable comments about it and saying how you know, that those people who've got them. I don't want to mention the YouTubers. You can look yourself. You can find them yourself. Some of them I'm not very keen on them, but they have had those devices sent to them, and you know, should send me one because I would love to try one. But I don't think they've even got any stock at the moment, so because they're waiting for things to become free. But the point is, I think that they're trying really hard to give us something we can collect for again. So I mean, if you're collecting at the moment, I don't think you collect, and I know there are people collecting special editions which include models and other features, but you're collecting it for the models and the other features and the soundtracks and all that kind of stuff. You're not collecting it for the single disc version. You're collecting it for those special edition versions, and that's become a new thing, hasn't it? Those limited edition run things are the big new collectibles. However, if you go for something like the Nintendo Switch, I think that's got much better life in it than picking up an Xbox copy of Doom. I mean, it's all right, but it's not something I care. That I care deeply about. Will I be displaying it and going in future? That's Doom 2016. Well, no, because if you wipe your machine and then you'd have to download the patches again, where you're going to get them from unless they keep those servers live, and that's the big issue. You're at the mercy of your supplier with that. You're at the mercy of supply with that. I mean, the same applies to the PC market. You know, your games are there. Unless you go with something like GOG or Good Old Games, they allow you to download a backup copy of your games perfectly legitimately and legally. That's part of their thing. They've got no DRM in their games, so these are yours to keep forever, and you can download them and keep them. So if you have a big enough sort of storage area, you could keep every single one of your games downloaded and backed up for your own reference, including the manuals and all the sounds, and anything you buy is yours. That's yours to keep. So there is a big it's an ethos thing, isn't it? So it's just one of those things that, you know, all this online stuff or services, live services, all this kind of stuff is a sales tool. However, I mean, maybe I'm being a bit sort of over kind of, you know, I don't know, I'm going over the top with it a little bit. Maybe I am, but because if you think back to the day, I mean, we were just talking about it in arcade games, and I had arcade games, top 10 arcade games. I mean, they lived on a microtransaction in theory. You know, 10p would give you another set of lives or another go at it, and this, that, and the other. And that's how they made their money. We didn't complain about it at the time. It wasn't an issue. But it was different. I think because the whole game was open to you, you were just putting a credit into it to continue that game. I think there's a big difference there between you know, the other things. I'm not suggesting that games should be created so that you got to put a credit in to continue on. No. But what I'm saying is that the game was fully open to you. There was no big question marks about it. Right, Curse of Seven Faces. Never heard of it. Arctic Software version 4.1. Alan McDonald, Peter Balvary, and Zoe Meeson. Right, okay. I think this is a text adventure. The Curse of Seven Faces. The aim of the adventure game is to find the location and destroy the evil wizard. In order to do this, you must first become his equal. Ta-da! I'm Harry Potter. Where's Voldemort? By the way, I know nothing really bar those two names out of it all. And there's some other people. There's some ginger dude in it. The kids like it. They've watched it. And I know it's a book as well, but there's a ginger dude in it. There's Harry with his glasses. And isn't there that guy who used to be in Buffy the Vampire Slayer in it? Or am I thinking something else? Anthony Head, I think his name wasn't the actor. Anyway, in order to become, you must become his equal. This can only be achieved by finding the following objects: the wizard's spellbook, the staff, hat, and cloak. Staff, hat, and cloak. It's missing a comma. The hat and cloak must be worn. Type dictionary or dict to get a list of system commands. Cool. You are in a hallway of the 7 faces. Above you, the roof arches away beyond your vision. A gigantic slab of granite forms an enormous wall which surrounds you. Over the century, the walls have become very discoloured due to strange growths that cover them. Cut away into the distance wall is a small passageway which leads to an east. Now and then a hideous face appears, cackling loudly, and then fades away before you. Ooh. There's an empty petrol can and a curious note. Well, I'm going to get all first. You pick up those. Read. Note. The slab to move and from the hall to the 7. Say slab to move to and from the hall of 7 faces and the wizards. I'm going to say slab then. Slab. You are in the hall of the ancient wizards. A strange mist whirls around you. A small puffs of cloud rise gently and fall back to the ground. Passageway leads off to the south and southeast. I'm going to go south. We should type dict. There is a large stone slab here. Get the slab. Probably can't carry it. Should we just say slab again? We'll just make it. Nothing happens. Oh, right, okay. Oh, that's alright. He got help. Help to obtain a clue. Oh, right, okay. Save load. Yeah. It's an adventure game. It looks alright. I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't think I really want to go into much more detail with it. Where can we go? Go north. We'll go east. There is a very dark chamber that can only things which are visible in this otherwise pitch black place are 2 exits leading west and northwest. Let's go northwest. You're in the ancient hall of wizards. So let's say slab again. You're in the hall of... Let's look. Oh. Was there a direction that we could go? Cut away into a distant... Could I go east? Oh, right, there's a mirror. Hypnotic golden mirror. Ooh. Very exciting. Anyway, I'm going to move on. Let's see what else we got on here. That's the end of that side. There's nothing else on there because it's right at the end. That's cool. Let's have a look at these slow basic and these other things. These kind of look interesting. These really do. Quick rewind. We'll have a look at this. So we've got slow basic, spec mate copier, auto clone. So there was these things out there years ago, and what you needed and loaded it into memory as this little sort of program. So you load it into memory, and then you'd load another game, and you'd be able to save it out. Worked best, I found, on 16K games, because I had a 48K Spectrum at the time. I'm guessing with the 128, you could probably get away with some 48K games. You could easily probably load them in and do that. Slow basic. This is interesting. What's slow basic? Specmate slow load basic. Name. Demon. Press record and pray and any key. No, I'm not doing that. Let's try to write that back. That's good. It's going to try and write back to the... Okay. List that. I have no idea what we've just loaded back there. Invalid colour. Something weird going on there. Right, never heard of Specmate. Have you heard of Specmate before? I've not heard of Specmate before. Let's see what else is on here. Let's load on. It's kind of weird that it was kind of recording back again there. I don't know what slow basic was. Like an early Spectrum virus. Can you imagine an early Spectrum virus? Just ridiculous. Okay. This should be Specmate copier. Okay. It's kind of good this though, because they were really useful. You did put them into memory, and it was better than the usual Load in basic, slow loader first, then save onto a blank tape. Insert the master tape and start the tape. When the border turns green, insert the tape. Press S to say. Alright, okay. So that's basically it. Insert the master tape. Press play until the code has been loaded. The border will turn magenta. Insert a blank tape. Press S to save. So now load the game in to memory. New programs save after that, so there's some things to do that. Okay, well, fine. So you do load that in, and then it would save it back. Kind of clever. It was kind of a bootloader save, a bootloader over the top of the whole thing. I'm just going to rewind that a little bit because we've got the SpecMate thing here. That's the copier. So we'll not do that one. Let's see where it's got up to. This should be auto clone, and then we've got two other things on here which should work, hopefully. Clone L. Yeah, this is the auto clone thing. So this will be another version of a copying thing. What was the funniest part about it was that you could actually use it to copy its copy. So you'd copy itself with the copier. It was kind of clever, I guess. Cheeky, but clever. Do you want to auto-save? Yes. Clone, rewrite by AC. Art run the clone, then play the tape. All parts of the tape have to be loaded. Press the break key when you're ready to insert a blank tape. Yeah, so it's basically the same difference. You're basically loading it into memory and then copying it, and it's actually all in. It's all in. Looks like it's mostly. There's a bit of code there, so it's got a little bit of. It's got a bit of. There's a lot of it. There's a little bit of machine code. There's a little bit of everything else. The smaller amount of memory that you use, the better with these kind of things. As I say, because if you had a 16K game, that would be fine. But if you had a 48K game, it wasn't so good, and all this kind of stuff. So it was quite clever at the time. I remember being quite clever. Right, let's do loaded it. And let's do this next one. It says there's a gap here for these ones, so we'll see what kind of gap we've got. This should be Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Now, there's two parts to this. I don't know whether or not... I don't know what Charlie and Chocolate Factory is, whether it's an adventure game, or whether it's an actual physical sort of typing thing. There's Charlie 1. It's preserved quite well, this tape, actually. We've done alright with that. Very impressed by Master Mariner, though. That was brilliant. And Mutant Monty was cool, and I like the hair game that we didn't think we were going to get there. We got the hair game that was there. What was it called? Harry Hare, wasn't it? Something similar. It was really good. I enjoyed that one. That one felt like a kind of game I could really get into, and the sort of the simplicity of it, and that simple single screen, whatever else it is. I've got to get into. I've got a BBC Micro. And I really want to get into my BBC Micro, and I've never had a chance to do that either. It's another one that I kind of want to do. I've got lots of bits and pieces similar to the BBC Micro. Hill McGibbon. Are these guys responsible for the rally game? There was a rally game. I'm going to look up. I can see it. It's a big one. It's a massive box. Hang on a second. I want to see if it's the same people. Oh, see if it's the same people. Yes, it was. The same people. So they did this game. Hang on. I'll come back. It got a re-release. It got a re-release later on alternative software. It was called Rally Driver. It was absolutely phenomenal. If you played it, it's a game. Mr. Birdsall like. I don't think he's a rally man though. I think he's a Formula 1 thing. But I think if it's got wheels, he likes it. So maybe you'll like it. Nice one. Where's the what's it called? The Oompa Loompas. I like the bright colours on that. It's kind of cool. Anyway, so Hill McGibbon made this game, and they got a re-release, an alternative. Came in a really big box. This. With a lovely picture of a Lancia. Even I know what that kind of car is there. A Lancia flying over a hill, just sort of jumping through. Oh no, it's not Lancia. Sorry. Oh god, it's an Audi Quattro. That was the rally car that just destroyed the 80s, wasn't it? In the 90s, that was just like win everything. And basically, the idea of the game was that you actually got, and I don't know if the alternative version had it. I've got the alternative version, but I can't see it handy. Had the thing in it, but this literally came with an entire stage map. There was like effectively an open world map of the whole thing. I'm looking at it right now. It's like an A3 printout of the map and the B roads and the A roads that are there, and how you get to East Dampton and West Dampton, and we've got disused airfield, Wimple Priory, Kidmore. You start here in the stage 2, and it's like got all the stages on there, and then it came with it came with a huge manual as well. Well, not a huge manual, there's a decent sized manual, and the tape itself that came with it, and a lovely great big box. And I played it when it came back on that, and it was great, because I'm sure that me and my mates used to play it, and we used to like pretend that one of us was the driver and the other one was the co-pilot and all this kind of stuff, and do all the bits and pieces that went with it. And it was just really good. It's one of those games that I think's a bit underrated, because, as I say, it got moved there a bit sort of late. It's a bit like Mirrorsoft's, because I picked it out as well because it got caught on it at the same time. Mirrorsoft's Quick Thinking. That was a great kids educational tool by Widget Software. They made some really good ones, and I think they miss out on this kind of stuff nowadays. You basically had like maths machines where you do like calculations like 7 times 11, for instance, and then you put the answer into the maths machine and it would build a robot and something like that. How cool is that? Right, okay, I'm going to put this back for a second. Just you stay there. I'll be right back. I'm just going to put this back on the shelf. Oh, the tower of DS games nearly fell over. That's fine. We're all good. We're back. We're back with the game. But yeah, so there was some really inventive and really, I mean, it's amazing that they managed to jam this in. I mean, it's with the Spectrum and with the Commodore 64 and the BBC Micro and all these kinds of things, slapping it all into between 48K and 64K for the most part initially. I mean, obviously it went up to 128K later, but slapping it all into that little teeny little bit of memory. Oh man, how amazing is that? Oh, I've got to be Veruca. I want to be Veruca. Augustine. Mike's the one who wins, doesn't he? He's the one that gets through to the end of it. I'm going to be Veruca, though, because Veruca, she wants it now. More! Right now. Daddy, buy me an Oompa Loompa. That's what I want to do. I'm Veruca. Veruca's got a large bum. Look at Veruca's bum. She's got a funny hairdo as well. She's got, like, bald on the top and a mullet. What's the buttons? Uh-oh. Oh, no. It's these ones. Right. What's up and down? That's down. Oh, and I can drop bombs. What's this about then? I've not played this before. Is that to oh, I killed it. I've got to kill these teddy bear things. There you go. Using some traps. I got like traps. I've got like bombs. Oh no! The teddy bear's gonna eat her. She's been binned by an Oompa Loompa. I'm gonna be Augustine or whatever she's got. Oh look, you got different levels for them. Oh my goodness. What's he meant to do? Oh, I'm meant to eat the chocolate. Was this the fat kid that had the chocolate? Oh my goodness. There's different games depending on the child. What am I meant to do? It's not a game I've played before. Oh look, when he moves through it all, he makes the path of the thing go different ways. When I move left and right, it's breaking up the paths. Right. That's really hard to do, isn't it though? I've got more W's. I managed to make it go out the top again there. That's hard. Oh no, I'm meant to save him. I'm his dad. He got better. He's in there. He's stuck in the machine. I mean, it must be his dad. Wow, the change in this course around here is just unbelievable. Oh my goodness. I must be his dad. I'm very worried about Veruca's hair though. She's got a mullet. Oh. Amused me. Veruca's mullet. I've never played this before. Have you played Charlie and the Chocolate Factory before on Spectrum? Alright, I'm going to be Violet now because we need to see what's going on. Oh. Violet looks like a little old lady. I guess she's got to... Oh, it's the Blueberry Girl. She's the one who becomes the Blueberry. She's the American girl who gets turned into... See, how well do I know that? That's Gene Hackman, that one, the original. I'm not talking about the remake with whatever he's called. Gene Hackman, original, was just absolutely... was a freaky piece of work, but really, really good. Perfect in its nature. Wonka Vision. It's the little soul... no, it's not the right one, is it? Basically, you have to get the W's and eat all the Wonka bars, and he puts himself on telly because he's obsessed by television because he's a horrible child. They're all horrible children, bar... Is it Charlie? No, it's Charlie, isn't it? Why am I saying Mike was the one? It's Charlie, isn't he? He wasn't a horrible child. Everybody else was an horrible child, and it was and what whatever else it was. So if I press 5, what happens? Oh, just choose whatever random game it is. Right, okay, let's see what else the next part of it is, because I've never seen this one. I've never seen Charlie and Chocolate Factory before. I do recommend the Gene Hackman version of it, though. Gene Hackman's version is definitely better. These are sometimes... Remakes are just so necessary, aren't they? The original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I don't think it was particularly... It'll be of its time. I'll grant it. I suspect it probably isn't so politically correct now, but it was a beautiful piece of film imagery for its time. It didn't need the Disneyfication of it, did it? It really didn't need to put Johnny Depp into it to redo it, did they? They didn't need to. In fact, for me, Charlie and Chocolate Factory, the Willy Wonka will always be Gene Hackman. I think he did a superb job in that role. It was a great movie. So just a bizarre thing that I think it is. That it's just a bit sad that they kind of changed it for some unknown reason. Well, I'm sure that was for a financial reason at the end of the day. It's like a lot of remakes. A lot of remakes for financial reasons, aren't they? That's quite a nice way that their logo kind of drops in there, isn't it? By Roald Dahl. Based on the book. Would it be? Oh, no, it says Warner Brothers there, look, 1985. So there we go. We're going to get a screenshot here for part 2. Hopefully we can play part 2 without having to use anything else. I haven't got this one. It's an interesting one. We've had some interesting ones on this one. I do apologise for the 13 minutes of hell at the beginning, because it's just typical, isn't it, that the tapes won't load. But yeah, it was worth it though. We got onto Eddie the Inuit, or Inuit Eddie. And then we had all of these lovely other things that have come across here that we've not played before. Same loading screen, that's all right. Charlie and Chocolate Factory 2. Was there a part 2 to the game, or is it just second side of the tape? I don't even know if there was a part 2. It's very tough, that first one. That was very, very difficult indeed. It was like 5 different mini games. I wonder if we get Charlie on this one then. We'll see, won't we, once it loads. I think it's a lovely screenshot though. Lots of detail there, and lots of sort of wildness going on. There's a bit of symmetry going on as well, though. It's, from one side to the other. Yeah, same machine. And there he is in his pink thing. Was it pink or was it purple that he was wearing? I think it's purple, wasn't it? Kind of similar. Spectrum palette, though. You've got to go with what you've got. Lovely palette. Got to admit, it's lovely. It's funny though how white isn't really white. The initial white is kind of like a little bit greyed. So that's bright white that they put on the back of there. That's the bright version of white. There's an amazing amount of detail you can get into that teeny small screen as well. Just so much detail that goes actually into that sort of area, the play area there. Very good. So this should be the last on our tape, hopefully. I've got that game design. I'm going to see if I can find that, because I don't know. I'm not one I've seen before. You see, I'm collecting a couple here that I may have to do a little extra for. Do an extra tape, as the What's on Tape extra. I've now got. I mean, technically, I've got Bobby Bearing, and I've got the one we've just done. I'm going to write them down, because I think we're getting to the scenario now where if I had a couple in a thing that we need to revisit those. I think we do. I think we definitely need to revisit those. Let me just write them down. I'm going to write those down, because I think as I say, we'll revisit those. So we've got the game designer. I'm going to find them. Mind you, we tried Bobby Bearing, didn't we? From the but we didn't try it via we didn't try it via the Div M&C, so we might give that a whirl and try that. Might just get the old. Might just save ourselves a bunch of time instead of messing around with plugging all that in. We might just get the old Omni out and just bang it on the Omni, because the Omni just does that beautifully. But we've got a couple there. So if we get a couple more next week, because we haven't had that many this week. If we get a couple more next week, what we'll do is I'll do a little extras tape for you. Now I'm planning to continue this on. We're not taking a break, so this is going to be a longer season. We're going to keep going until such time as we can all leave our homes, and we won't touch on the subject too much, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to do these every week until such time as we're allowed out again, and then I'm going to take a couple of weeks break, just probably like everybody else. So we're gonna do that, and as I say, I just hope everybody's safe, well, and enjoying some time, hopefully, with their gaming collections and their other hobbies that they may have that don't sort of require going out. I have to submit, I do feel a bit sorry for those people without any little bit of land, a little bit of garden to go out and walk in at the moment. I think that's a bit sad, unfortunately, for them. So as I say, I just hope that you've got some time for it. I mean, I theoretically, with my games room, I've been preparing forever for this. So anyway, right, okay, jump to start. I'm gonna just jump to start. Oh, it's gonna be 0, isn't it? Oh wow. Oh wow. I'm guessing there's no lives though. So we now got into like a little. This must be Charlie being in the factory. Oh, damn you. It's really hard, actually. There's a Wonka Bar there. I can see it. A W Wonka Bar. I always wanted a Wonka Bar. Do you? How about you? You remember the Wonka Bars? They just looked so good. They were like the little packet round it, and then they're sealed in a whatever else it is with that and they were so big, weren't they? They were a decent sized chocolate bar. I mean, they had to be 400 gram at least, almost is that around about a pound in weight? But they were just beautiful sort of bars. I just always wanted one. I'm just trying to look quick, because I'm going to go. Do you know what? I don't need to go to the main game, because I'm going to be so rubbish at it that it's not even funny. I love the way that they've got a way to test it without having to do anything. Right, I'm going to go up here and get my Wonka Bar. There, I've got my Wonka Bar. Can I go push up on it? No. Okay, how do I get up there? If I can only jump so far, how can I get up there? I'm guessing I'm Charlie now. This must be the main story. Oh, go up. Shit. Sorry. Oh, bums. I fell a long way there. Right. Yeah. Okay. Damn, I jumped too far. I can't believe that's so tough. Oh, God. No wonder they gave you a practice mode. Yeah, but this is naff. Ah! So you gotta go. Right, okay, so it's go. Oh my goodness, that's so tough. You gotta keep going all the way. This is just one of these horrendous rooms. Yeah, but Wonka Bars, they just looked the business, didn't they? And I'm not talking about the ones from the remake, because they weren't the same. But the proper Wonka Bars, they were just the business. I just wanted a Wonka Bar. I just thought it was brilliant. Not allowed so many sweets now. Now that I'm behaving myself on my diet. Oh, goodness. Here we go. I'm persevering here. Don't know why, because I'm not getting any better at it. Oh, sugar! Yes! Whoa! There's another one. Just got in the entrance hall. Oh my goodness. Crumbs. You can't. Oh my goodness. How do you get on that? Oh my goodness. Okay, down here. Okay, up here. Let's go in the next room. I just don't care. I'm just pleased to see a few more rooms. Pink corridor. Pretty tough though. I have to admit, I'm quite. There's a lollipop got me. That's like a twisted candy or something along the top there. I like the use of colours though. I do like that. I do like it when people go to the effort of making making things colourful. It's kind of cool. Yeah, kind of cool when people make an effort. Oh my goodness. There we go. I've got past it. Oh, got through. Wow. Jelly beans. Jelly bean. This is so tough. Wow, that's not even possible to pass. I'm sorry, that's not possible to pass. How do you pass that? That's not possible. It's comes straight to the doorway and it stops at the bottom of there. That's actually impossible to beat. Oh no, it isn't. Oh my goodness, it wasn't. I thought it was impossible there. Sometimes worry about the playtesting of some of these games, don't you? Next room. Oh, I'm on the ice creams. Hey, that's actually, the graphics are really good. They made a real effort with them. Oh, damn. Oh, I can't get to that room. Okay. Oh, this is so tough. What a tough game this is. It's so tough. It's so tough, and it's the last one on the tape as well. Wow, I've never played it before. I feel like I want it in my collection because it's so tough. And the efforts are made. The effort was there, though, isn't there? The effort is there graphically. It really is quite good. Anyway, that's it. We're finished. There's nothing more, I don't think. We can try. We'll see if there's anything else on the tape. But if there isn't, I would like to say thank you very much to my friend Si for providing this tape. It's been a cracker. And thank you all for joining me. No, I don't think we've got anything else. It's very empty. Yeah. No, just checking. No, that's it. We're at the end of the. We're almost. It's almost. That's it. It's the end of the tape. It's been removed from the drive and it's been taken out. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video next week, number 10, and then we're into uncharted territory in the sense of numbers. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Bye bye now.
Hi, I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Volume. Hi, I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Volume 6,